all my beautiful people. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing good. I had a totally different video planned for today, but I don't know what I was thinking. My daughter is moving. I went up yesterday and got to spend the day with her and help her and her boyfriend pack. And they left today. And just being completely honest with you guys, I have been way more upset about it than what I thought I was going to be. She's never been this far away from me before. I just kind of want to share a little bit with you guys. I'm not going to go into it and like get upset and everything, but just to kind of give you a glimpse into my mind and the way it works, and sometimes why I struggle so much with things that probably seem, minimal or insignificant to other people. And then when I get done with this video, I'm going to go ahead and put it up. But then I'm also going to try to film today, if I have enough time and the light cooperates, a Narcan training because of the time of the year it is, because the amount of overdoses is not slowing down at all. And it's just something that I get asked about a lot. I am a certified Narcan trainer. I'm going to try to get that film, like I said, and work on it. And I'll try to have it up for you guys by the end of the weekend because I want it up there as quickly as possible. But back to everything else. My daughter is the light of my life. I was a single mom for the most part. For like 97% of her life, I was a single mom. She was with me throughout my entire active use. So now that I am in recovery, and Danielle in no way, shape, or form makes me feel this way at all, but just the way that my mind works and the way I feel about it is I feel like, I need to make up for all of that time. We have a really close relationship. We always have, from the get-go. We have always been very, very close. When I got into recovery and just decided, even if I say or do things that make her mad, I'm just going to be completely open and honest with her. So if she asks me about stuff that happened during her childhood that she thought was maybe happening one way, or she's like, oh, do you remember this day when we went and did this? And I'm like, oh, shit. For the most part, she remembers it as a good thing. I remember, the reason that I was there, because I was there to buy or sell drug. Every single time that we went anywhere, Danielle remembers, like I said, the fun stuff. She does remember shit stuff about her childhood because I was in an abusive relationship for most of it. And, we struggled. It was hard. She remembers that good stuff. And then, I feel bad because I'm like, I was such a shit person and so wrapped up in my disease that I couldn't even take my kid to the park without getting high first. And sometimes I would cut the park visits short because I just felt like I needed to go back home or find a bathroom that I could get more high in. And that's the way that my brain works. And I carry a lot of guilt about that. And I'm working on it. So when I got into recovery, I just really made a commitment to myself and, kind of silently to Danielle that anything she asked me about, I was going to be 110% honest about. I usually give her like a warning, if it's something that's going to be bad or something that I feel like is really going to upset her. I just made that commitment to myself. So I've tried to honor that. So one of the ways that I figure, or I feel like I need to make it up to her for her childhood and for me being in active use for 14 years of her childhood is me, being here every single way, shape, and form that I can. She calls and is at work and is like, it's raining. Can you go home and let my cat out? And, if there's any physical way that I can make it happen, I go and do it. When I was in active use, I was that way with Danielle, still even then. So that's just the kind of mom that I am because of the way that I grew up. When I realized that I was pregnant with Danielle, I was like, there's no way in hell that I'm gonna be a shit mom like my mom was. I'm gonna be there for her. So because I made that promise to myself, now that I'm in recovery, I look back at all those years when I was just so sick and, so unhappy and so unhealthy. And my mind tells me that I broke that promise to her and that I was still a shitty mom. And like I said, Danielle never makes me feel this way. She is my number one supporter. She always has been. It's just how my mind works. Danielle is dating a wonderful, wonderful man. He is in the military. He treats her the way that you should treat someone in a relationship. And she is over the moon happy with him. And I'm so happy for her. I thank God for how her life is going so many times it's not even funny. He probably gets tired of hearing from me about it. I knew that when they started dating and they got serious that he was going to get moved. So it's not like this snuck up on me and I didn't have any idea that this was coming, y'all. I knew that Danielle was going to have to move. So we knew it was coming. We knew that when they started dating that he was coming up on the end of his time here. A couple months ago, she started really, talking about it. She's like, Mom, these are his 3 choices. And, he chose a couple different places. He has family that's in North Carolina. So that was like his number one choice. He wanted to be close to his family. One of the other ones was Florida that he picked. And I was like, well, that would be cool because, Keith has a lot of family in Florida. The other one, I think she said was Colorado. We waited a little while. He finally got his orders. And he got North Carolina. Then I did the mom thing. I was like, okay, well, when is this happening? Like, when do you have to be down there? It took him a while to nail down the date. And then at the end of summer, she was like, and I was like, oh, fuck. Because Christmas is a really hard time for me. The holidays in general, not just Christmas, Thanksgiving is a really hard time for me also, but just when it starts getting to the end of the year, I struggle really hard with my mental health. She was like, we'll come back for the holidays. So I was like, okay. Well, then it rolls around to Thanksgiving and they're still here. So she was here for Thanksgiving. We got to see her and David. They came up to my dad's and, ate Thanksgiving dinner with us and all that good stuff. And I was just cruising along, in this little cloud of, in the back of my mind, yeah, I know that my child is moving farther away from me than she has ever lived before, but I wasn't really processing it. Then it's like, okay, the 3rd of December is right here. I did good yesterday. I went up and I did help her pack up some stuff and we ate lunch together. We went to Walmart together. We hung out. If I'm going to be completely honest, David did the majority of the work and Danielle and I, hung out. When I left her yesterday, I kept asking, do you guys need help loading the U-Haul tomorrow? And she's like, no, Mom, no, Mom. David's family's coming up. They're going to help us do it. And then we're all going to, go down together, like a little caravan thing. And I was like, okay, I must have asked her that like 50 times. She was like, I'll call and tell you when we leave so you can come up. Because there's a couple things in her house that I'm going to take for her so they didn't have to worry about taking all the way to North Carolina. So she called today after she got her crazy cat in the car because she put him in the car in a carrier. And her one cat, her oldest cat, Nolan, she gave him his medicine, and let him wander around for a little bit, let it kick in. Then she put him in the cat carrier. She put him in the car. She walked in to tell David goodbye. She went back to the car and Nolan, her cat, had gotten out of the carrier and was just walking around. So it was a whole thing. So she called and, I did good on the phone with her and then we got off the phone and I fucking fell apart, y'all. And I know that everybody does this, right? Right? Like you guys do this when you, normal people that have never lived the life that I have, when your kids move away, you get upset, right? So this is a normal reaction, I feel like. But in the back of my mind, all I keep thinking to myself was that I didn't have enough time. And I know that she's 3 hours away, and that's not very far, and I should be thankful for that. But I still feel like, when she was here and 20 minutes away from me, I feel like I should have taken more time and taken her out to lunch or taken her shopping. Or there's a part of my mind that, is just berating me and telling me that I screwed up again with my kid. But there's another part of me that is like, this is a rational reaction. You're not overreacting. Everybody's upset when their kid moves away for the first time. Then there's another part of my brain that is just like over the top, anxious, worried that something's going to happen to her. What if something happens to her and I can't get to her? And I know that that is a normal reaction for parents and children, but mine is like on overdrive. I know that it's part of my mental health. I know that it's part of my disease. I know that it's because I carry so much guilt for all those years, that I was running around and buying drugs and selling drugs and doing drugs and, just not being there and not being the mom for her that I should have been. And I know that that's something that I have to work on. And I think that one of the reasons why it is bothering me so much today is also because of the time of year it is. I'm already struggling. I've been struggling for weeks now with my mental health and just having no motivation. I've given myself so many fucking migraines. So mentally, I haven't been doing good. I made a video talking about it. If you guys want, I'll link it up here. Sometimes it's just really friggin' hard. And I've come leaps and bounds with my mental health and how I deal with it. And I hate this time of year for lots of reasons. But one of the reasons that I hate it is because all that work that I do, like January through October, these last 2 months of the year make me feel like I'm back at square one. I get triggered a lot during the holidays. And when I first got into recovery, I didn't have that problem with triggers. And I've also talked about that in videos before. I can link that one too if you guys want it. Even though I didn't deal with that early on in my recovery, I have noticed like the last 2 years specifically, and in my birthday month, because my mom's birthday is like right after, like 2 days after mine, I noticed that I'm getting triggered a lot easier. And just being completely honest with you guys, that alone scares the crap out of me. Triggers scare me really bad. Sometimes I'll just get triggered about something, and unfortunately, it'll make me have a flashback. A lot of times when I have flashbacks, it's to my childhood, specifically my stepdad. But sometimes when I get triggered, it makes me want to use. No, I haven't given into that. No, I don't have any plans on giving into that. It's one of the reasons why I'm so vocal about my mental health to so many people. It's one of the reasons why I'm so vocal about my recovery to so many people is because I don't ever want to walk that path again. And I know that when I'm starting to deal with new things, like getting triggered, and when it's something that I didn't have to deal with before, I know that I really need to start speaking up more than what I am to the people in my circle that I lean on. It kind of makes me sound like a shitty parent, but I lean on Danielle. She is one of the very few people. She's not the only person, but she's one of the very few people that, because I made that pledge to myself, I feel like, and because I've just done it the whole time I've been in my recovery and been working on my recovery, I've been honest with Danielle. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why I kind of lean on her when I'm struggling. And, I said that makes me a shit parent because I wasn't supposed to be that parent. I was supposed to do it right when I became a mom. I was supposed to not drink and, not beat my kids and not do horrible things to them or let men do horrible things to them. And I wasn't supposed to be the kind of mom that made my child be the parent. And when I lean on Danielle, that's how I feel like I'm treating her. And I don't want to do that. I'm sorry if this video seems like it doesn't have a point, but I'm always going to share with you guys, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's in the middle. I share with you guys when I get upset. I share with you guys when I'm deliriously happy. I share with you guys when I'm pissed off. And that's why I wanted to come on here and talk about it today. I knew that when I sat down to film that I was not going to be able to make it through a Narcan demonstration and say everything to you guys that I want to say to you about that and make it a good video with everything else, going on and swirling around in my brain and me being all up in my feelings. So I think I'm going to let y'all go so I can go to her house and get that stuff that I need to get. And, just try to maybe do some painting or something this evening to relax myself and take a deep breath. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. By the way, before I leave, holy crap, y'all. I have 69 subscribers. I was going through my planner the other day because I'm moving stuff from 2021 into my 2022 planner. That's so odd to say. And, so I was going back through to make sure I didn't miss any like birthdays or anything like that. And I saw when I first started my channel, like the very first video I put up, I saw where I wrote that down. And then I saw where I was so excited because I hit 5 subscribers. And now there are 69 of us here. Thank you all so much. Each and every one of you that is here, that subscribes to my channel, that watches my videos. It means more to me than you could ever know. It helps me, honestly, so much to have this YouTube channel and to be able to talk to you guys in the comments and talk to you guys in all the messages and the DMs and the emails that I get. It means the world to me. So thank you guys so much. I just wanted to mention that before I left, but I will let you go. Take care of yourselves. Remember that nobody else is going to do it the way you can do it. So take care of yourself. If you need help, reach out to somebody and ask for it. Take care of each other, because sometimes even those of us that look really strong need somebody to help us stand back up. I love you guys. If you need anything at all, including Narcan or how to be trained in Narcan, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, okay? I love you guys. Happy holidays, and I will see you in the next one.